And today our focus is going to be on upper body strengthening and stretching. So we'll begin, as we usually do, with a comfortable, relaxed, seated position to start to tune in. Close your eyes. Notice your seat. Feel whatever is touching the support beneath you, your feet on the ground, your thighs, your hips on the chair. Maybe your back against the back of the chair. Notice the support beneath you. Notice your breath. How does it feel? Relax the skin across your forehead. Soften the furrow between the eyebrows. Maybe even turn the corners of your mouth up slightly. Let your breath be easy. And then allow your eyes to gently flutter open. Begin to make some circles with your head and neck. Working into that full range of motion, whatever's available to you. Reverse directions. And come right back up to center. Stretch your arms out in front of you, palms face down. Lift your arms overhead. Draw them back as far as you can without tensing up the space between ears and shoulders. You can relax that space, but you can allow the shoulder blades to lift. They can lift up. Just have that space between neck and ears and shoulders soft and relaxed. Then circle your arms out to the sides and bring them down to hover right above your knees. We're going to do that same action several times. Let's move with the breath. So inhaling to bring it up. Exhaling to sweep it down and around. Nice and slow, breathing in. Breathing out. A few more times. We're gently waking up the shoulder joints, warming up the muscles of the arms and the upper back. Keep the breath flowing. Nice and slow, even breath. One more. And then rest your hands on your knees. Scoop your shoulders forward and up towards your ears, back and down. We'll move like that in big shoulder rolls, really mindfully, big movements. One more. Relax your shoulders. Draw your arms straight out by your sides, straight out from the shoulder joints, palms facing front. Take a deep breath in. Close the palms together. Open them up. Draw your arms farther back so that the shoulder blades are drawing towards each other on the back of your body. Bring the hands together again, palms touching in front of you. Open up the arms, shoulder blades squeezing together, chest is stretching open. Palms together. One more time like that. Open up wide. Bring your arms back behind you. Bring the palms together. Rest your hands on your lap. Shrug your shoulders up and release them down. Bring your arms out by your sides again. This time we're going to come up a bit higher, so maybe a foot higher up in the air with the arms. Stretch them back. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring them together, palms in front of you. Open up, arms up in a shallow V. Bring them back and together. Your upper back muscles are working hard to draw the arms back and raise the hands back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Palms together. One more time like that. Open up, arms in a wide V. Bring the palms together. Relax the arms down. Take a breath. Release. Shrug your shoulders up. Release them down. Arms out again. This time we're coming up even higher into a V, almost overhead with the arms in a wide V, up higher. Take a breath. Open the arms up behind you. It's harder to get them back now. Bring them together, palms in front of the chest. Stretch them up and open. Squeeze the upper back muscles together. Bring them together. Open up, V shape. The shoulders are reaching back, the arms are reaching back. Shoulder blade area should feel like it's working hard. Palms together. Release your hands. Take a breath and let it go. Bring your shoulders up. Draw them back. Bring them down. Draw them forward. So that now is the shape of the circles. Up and back. Circle the shoulders out. One more big roll. Let it go. Take a breath. And release. Arms out by your sides again, this time in a goalpost shape. And you want to, as best you can, you really want to have your elbows in line with the shoulders, not down below the level of the shoulders, but right up in line with the shoulder joints as much as possible. And wrists over elbows as much as possible, rather than in front. In line if you can. Take a breath. As you exhale, squeeze the forearms together, palms connect. Inhale to open up. Exhale to squeeze together. Keep that action going. Keep the elbows as lifted as the shoulders. Don't let them drop. Bring them together. This time when you open, stretch your arms back further. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, squeeze the arms together and press. Open up, shoulder blades squeeze together. Close it in. Make sure the elbows are connecting. If they're not, squeeze them towards each other. Lift up. This is a lot of work. Squeeze from elbows through forearms, through fingertips, elbows lifting up in front of you. It's a lot of work for the shoulders and the chest. Take another breath. Let it go. Release. Rest your hands, rest your arms. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Give your shoulders a gentle roll back. Once again, bring your arms out into a cactus shape. Elbows lifted in line with shoulders. This time, tip your elbows forward and your wrists back. It's not a very big motion. It's just a little motion. Elbows pointing forward, wrists and hands tipping back towards the room behind you. Come back up, center, tip it back. Bring it back up, tip it back. One more time, bring it back up, tip it back behind you, and release. Rest your hands. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Make sure that you're not gripping your right shoulder up to your ear, but instead it's relaxed down and away, head dropping over, and soften down through the left shoulder. Get a good stretch on the left side of the neck and across the top of the shoulder. Excuse me. Come back up to center and tip over to the other side. Again, make sure the left shoulder's not gripping up, but instead is releasing down. Right shoulder also dropping down away from the ear, creating length across the side of the neck and the top of the shoulder. Bring your head back to center. Drop your head forward, tipping your chin down towards your chest. And back up. Turn to look over your right shoulder, and at the same time, gently draw your left shoulder back in space. Chin turning right, left shoulder drawing back. Come back to center. Turn your head to the left, drop back on the right shoulder. Come back to center. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears and release them down. Roll your shoulders forward. Forward and down and back and up. Forward and down and back and up. One more time. Release. Turn your head over your right shoulder again, and this time look down. So you're tipping your chin down towards your collarbone. The gaze is going down towards the ground. Keep drawing the left shoulder down and back. Let that go, come back to center, give it a little wiggle. Take a look over your left shoulder. Drop your chin to your collarbone. Draw down and back on the right shoulder. Come back to center. Give your shoulders a little wiggle back, a little wiggle forward. Stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Interlace your fingers and bring your hands back to the back of your head. So nestle your hands to cup the back of your skull. Your thumbs should be down where the skull and the neck meet. Reach your elbows back, broaden your chest, draw your shoulder blades back, and then tip your chin up. So you're leaning your head back into your hands. Lift up through the chest, pull your belly in to support your back. Chest broadening, elbows widening. Come back up to center, drop your chin towards your collarbones and lift the back of your skull up towards the ceiling. So rather than dropping forward in space, you're simply lifting the back of the head up to stretch the back of the neck. Come back up to center, relax your arms for a moment, take a breath. Sweep your arms up high, interlace your fingers. Draw your hands back behind your head, same position. This time, draw your elbows closer together. So you're hugging your arms in by your ears. Now tip your elbows up towards the ceiling. Lean your head back into your hands. Lift your chest. Upper back is back bending. Pull your belly in to support your torso. Elbows reaching high. You're stretching the triceps, the lats, the chest. Come back to center. Gently draw your head forward and down and round through your upper back. So don't pull too hard, just a gentle rounding forward to stretch out the upper back and the neck. Come back up, sit tall, and release. Take a deep breath and let it go. Sweep your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. This time, turn your palms to the ceiling. You can bend your elbows. Take the backs of your hands on top of your head. And now press your palms up towards the ceiling. Try to straighten your arms. If they don't come completely straight, that's okay. Try to press the elbows straight, lifting your hands up, palms reaching to the ceiling. And bend the elbows. Take your hands back behind your head again, same position we were in before. Draw your belly in, sit tall. Tip over to the right. Right elbow down, left elbow lifting. Right hand releases down to find the leg of your chair or the seat of your chair. Side bend. Support with your right hand. Lift the left elbow towards the ceiling. Now, if you wish, you can extend the left arm overhead. That's going to add more stretch to the muscles on the side waist. You don't have to do that if it feels like it's too much. You can bring the hand back behind the head. If your arm is extended, bring it back, sit tall, add the right hand behind your head. Tip left. Elbows pointing down to the ground and up to the ceiling. Left hand finds the seat or the chair leg. Reach up with the right elbow. Again, if you want that extra side body stretch, lengthen that right arm over to the left. It's too much for some of you, so don't worry about it. If your arm's extended, bring it back. Support your head. Come back up, sit tall. Take a deep breath, open up the chest, lean back into your hands, and release. Take a breath. Let it go. Turn to face the side of your chair to the right, and then take your hands to the back of the chair. So you're twisting your spine, looking over the back of the chair. Sit tall, shoulders broadening away from each other, chest wide. And spin back to center. Pause. Find neutral in your spine. And then turn to the left and turn to the back of the chair. Broaden from collarbone to collarbone, left and right, broadening the chest. Widen the shoulders. Sit tall. And unwind back to center. Interlace your hands, press your palms forward, round your spine. So you're hollowing out your belly, drawing your upper back behind you, broadening the shoulder blades, drop your head, press out through your arms. And then sit tall, bring your hands back towards your chest, palms are still facing forward, elbows out by your sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press it out. Hollow the belly, round the shoulders. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, bring it back up. Stay here. Take a deep breath. Lift your arms up. Try to straighten through the elbows. Palms are facing the ceiling if you can. Reach up. Now, as much as possible, draw your upper arms back by your ears. Head back in line with the shoulders, so don't jut your head forward. Bring it back, bring the arms back as much as you can. Hollow out the belly, round the shoulders, press it out. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, press it out. And release your arms, unwind, sit tall. Take a deep breath. Relax. Stretch your arms out by your sides, straight out from the shoulders, and then flex your wrists. Actually, I think this is extension. So press your palms out and fingertips reach to the ceiling. As much as possible, reach everything back in your hand back towards your shoulders. So fingertips reaching towards your shoulders, thumbs reaching towards your shoulders, palms pressing away. So energize out through your arms, pull your fingers back. If you're really pushing and really pulling back on your fingertips, this is a lot of work. I feel this very strongly. It's a lot of work. Let it go. Give it a little shake. Release your arms. Once again, stretch your arms out. Pull your fingers up, pull your thumbs back. Press out through your palms. Reach back through your fingers. Now draw your arms in front of you. Cross the right arm over the left arm. So you can either bring the backs of your hands together or the palms, or maybe you just reach a finger and a thumb together and get a little bit of a hook. If none of that's working for you, don't worry about it. You can take your hands to your shoulders and get the same shape, okay? So either way, shoulders, backs of the hands, palms of the hands. Then circle around. You're circling from the shoulders. The elbows are going to move in a circle in front of your face. Reverse your circles. Go the other way. Relax your arms. Take a breath. Stretch your arms out again from your shoulders. This time, fingers point down towards the ground. So now you're flexing at the wrist. The forearms are stretching. Then, if you can, curl your fingers in. If you really are pressing out through your wrists and out through your arms, and you curl the fingers in, you might feel a good amount of stretch across the hand and the wrist and the forearm. I certainly do. Keep stretching. And let it go. Give it a little wiggle. Rest your hands on your lap for a moment. Once again, reach wide. Fingers down. Maybe fingers curl in. And then release the hands. Bring your arms in front of you. Left arm over right. Either hands to shoulders or wrap it up. Backs of the hands, palms of the hands. Circle around. Your elbows are moving in a circle in front of you. The action's happening at the shoulder joints. Reverse directions. And release. Rest for a moment, hands on your lap, shoulders soft, breathe. Now take your arms down by your sides and slightly away from the sides of your body. We're going to make fists and then extend the fingers. So extreme movement in either direction as much as possible. Squeeze your fists really tight. When you extend, really stretch out through the thumbs and each finger. Spread them apart as wide as you can. Spread the palm open as wide as you can. Again, make fists and open. Good. Let that go. Now we're going to do the same action, only very, very fast. I call them flashlights. You could think of it as trying to flick water off the ends of your fingers. All right, so bring your arms down, same position, and then very fast, opening and closing. Make sure that you're actually going all the way closed and all the way open, that you're not halfway closing and not really opening, extending all the way. So really extend and flex as much as you can, go as fast as you can, and then let it go. Shake it off, release. Bring your arms out a little higher, maybe shoulder height, same thing. Flex and extend, fast. Make sure you're going all the way in and all the way out, not halfway in and halfway out. Keep going. And relax. Give it a little shake. This is really, really good for the muscles of the hands, the joints of the hands, the wrists, the forearms, especially if you spend a lot of time at a computer. It's really important to stretch and strengthen the muscles at the forearm, the wrists, and the hands. We're going to do 2 more sets of flashlights. Straight out in front of you. Go ahead, blink, fast, open and close. And release, let it go. I hope your forearms are burning. Mine are. It means you're working, but it's a great way to work because you're not weight bearing at all, right? So it's really very safe. It's just a lot of work. Bring your arms up overhead. Last set. Go ahead. Flick them open and closed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Release. Give it a wiggle. Roll your wrists out. Make fists, gentle fists, and just roll them around in a circle. Roll them the other way. Bring your palms together. Press your elbows out wide. Push your hands together. Palms reaching down towards the ground, elbows reaching up towards the ceiling. It's just a tiny angle, but you're stretching the wrists and the forearms. And then flip that over. Backs of the hands meet. Make sure they're connected at the wrist. Elbows down, wrists up. So it may not come any more than just actually level, which is fine, but think elbows down, wrists up. And then you can start to circle around like you're following the line of the cuff of a long sleeve shirt. And whichever direction you're going, reverse it. And shake it off. Good, rest now for a moment. Let your hands rest, let your wrists rest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take a few more breaths, close your eyes. Take a short break. All right, and then float your eyes open if they're closed. The next set of movements we'll do are going to target the side muscles called the latissimus dorsi. And I want you to imagine that I'm going to just show you what we're going to do. We're going to bring our arms up overhead, make fists, and then pull them down into that cactus shape. When you pull the arms down, I want you to imagine that you have something underneath your arm or your elbow that is pushing against you. So you are providing resistance as you bring your arms down. So press down against imaginary resistance, all right? So sweep your arms up high, grab onto a bar, make believe that you're grabbing a bar. Now pull down into a cactus shape, but resist. Pull hard. There's something underneath you that you are having to press down against really hard to bring those arms down. Reach up, grab the bar, pull, resist. If you don't resist, you're not going to be working those lat muscles. Sweep it up, grab the bar, and resist. Pull hard. Imagine someone's pushing up underneath your elbows and you are working hard. Like you're in a, what do they call that? What do they call that when you do the arm war? I can't remember what that's called. But like you're resisting against that kind of action. Pull. One more time. Lift it up, grab your bar, and pull hard. Good. Let it go. Shake your shoulders around. Interlace your fingers. Draw your arms up overhead. Press out to one side. So we're going to stretch those muscles that we just worked. And come back to center. Press over to the other side. And come back to center. Release. Take a breath and let it go. Bring your hands to the sides of the chair and scoot forward so that your tush is on the very edge of the seat. You want to make sure you have a really good grip on the seat with your hands on the side of the chair. Make sure that your feet are grounded well on the ground. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so that you can see the action from the side, all right? So I'm holding the sides of my chair firmly. I'm sitting towards the edge of my seat. My feet are well planted. Now you're going to push strongly through your feet and your hands. Keep your arms straight. Lift your tush off the chair. Lift up. It's just a tiny little movement up off the chair and release. Okay, we're going to do that a few times. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, push off the chair. Lift your tushy off the seat. And release. Twice more. Deep breath in. Push down to lift up. Release. Last one. Deep breath. Push down, lift up. And release. Good. Let your hands rest. Bring your feet back underneath you towards the chair legs. Lean forward. Press off your feet and press up to stand. Give your legs a little wiggle. Turn around to face your chair. Take your hands to the back of the chair. Okay, now lift one heel, doesn't matter which one, and roll the ankle around. I just want you to roll the ankle, get a little mobility, flexibility into the ankle and the foot, and then the other side. Just pick it up, roll it around. Nothing fancy, just get some movement there. All right. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Take your palms to the seat of your chair. If you can keep your legs straight, that's great, but there's no need to, especially if that compromises your back, right? So we want to have a nice, long, neutral spine. Knees can definitely be bent as much as you need. Palms flat. Now, walk your legs back away from the chair seat. Then press, and again, your knees can be deeply bent. Press your chest towards your thighs, so you're stretching out the shoulders, the spine, and the chest. If you have space and your shoulders will allow, you can walk back even further, right? So as far as you wish, you determine the amount of stretch in your shoulders and chest that feels good to you. Your knees can stay bent. They could straighten. If you're super flexy, maybe you have straight legs. Walk back in. Bend your knees, press up to stand. Okay, give your shoulders a wiggle, stand tall. Now we're going to do some chair push-ups. So bend your knees, plant your palms on the seat of the chair. You can determine the amount of weight bearing that is appropriate for you. If you are standing close to the chair, make sure that you draw your weight forward over your hands so that you can actually feel some weight bearing in the hands. Your shoulders are probably going to come over the center of the palms, maybe even over the knuckles of the hand. Make sure that you can feel some weight in your hands. And then it doesn't have to be a big movement. Bend your elbows, straighten your arms. Bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Okay, bend your knees, press up to stand. We're going to do that again. You can stay with that same position of having your feet close to the chair, knees bent. If you think that you want more work and you can lengthen the lever, then we'll walk the feet back. So either stay here, work on weight forward, bending and straightening the arms, or walk back a little further, not too far. Make sure your weight isn't going back. It's not going to do you any good. Keep the weight forward, shoulders over wrists or over palms. So now you've lengthened the lever, keep the weight forward over your hands. Bend your elbows and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Walk back in if you've gone long with your stance. Bend your knees, press up to stand. Give your wrists a roll out. Roll them the other way. We'll do one more set, okay? Again, you determine how much leverage you want to use. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Shift your weight forward. Either stay here or walk your feet back. You can come back as far as you want. If you're super strong, you can come back further, but you don't have to. Keep your feet forward for less weight bearing in the arms. Shift your weight forward, shoulders over wrists. Bend the elbows, press up. It can be a little tiny movement. It doesn't have to be a lot, or it could be a lot. Okay, one more. If your feet are back, walk them in, bend your knees, press up to stand, give your wrists a roll, roll them the other direction, shake your hands out, and come back to sit. I'm going to shift my chair back to center. Have a seat. Sit towards the edge of your chair. I should have kept my chair sideways. All right, I'm going to keep it sideways. Okay. Sit towards the edge of your chair. And then put your hands on your knees. Pull your belly in. Lean forward, but without flexing your spine, okay? Extended spine like you're doing a back bend, but you're tipping forward at the hips. Spine is long and extended. Now, you can determine how far you want this leverage to go. Lift your arms. They can either go straight out in front of you, or you could lift them all the way up by your ears. Now, if that's too much for your shoulders, you can widen them out into a V, okay? So you're adding some leverage here. If this is too much for your low back, bring your hands back down. All right, here, V, anywhere you want is fine. Breathe here, your back muscles are working. Your belly muscles are working to support your torso. Release your hands, sit tall. We'll add one more thing to that, and you can do it either with your arms lifted, or if you need the hands on the knees, you can do it from there. We're going to draw the elbows in close by the sides and hug them back, make fists, all right? So that's the movement, either from here to here or from here to here, all right? So breathe in. Exhale, pull the arms back, squeezing the elbows in and back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull back. If your hands are to the knees, it's inhale, hands to knees. Exhale, pull back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Hold here. Elbows in by your waist. Elbows hugging back. And then maybe even arching through the upper back and lifting the chin. You're shortening the whole back line, strengthening the back line. Release that, hands to knees, sit tall, and then a gentle rounding of the spine. Unfurl, sit tall, scoot your seat back, rest into the seat back, relax your hands to your lap, soften your shoulders, close your eyes, soften the skin across your forehead, unfurrow the eyebrows. Let your breath soften and come back to a natural, relaxed breath. Let the next breath you take be a deep, full breath. Exhale it all the way out, emptying. Again, fill up, deep, full breath. Empty it all the way out. Go ahead and gently open your eyes. Sweep your arms out and all the way up overhead. Bring your hands together in a prayer shape right at the front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that it was beneficial, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day.